Tim O'Malley with Tim Prister for Irish Illustrated, following Notre Dame's 5th practice of spring 2019. And Tim, it was a pretty good day for a couple of young wide receivers. I did have the offense, but you couldn't help notice one who made some plays defensively against your defensive backs.
Yeah, my defensive backs, yeah. Kevin Austin had a huge day, and it's the kind of day that a lot of people have been waiting for. And he had significant contribution to wide receiver. Really, quite frankly, you should talk about the receivers because it was a really good day for the young receivers.
Tommy Tremble, I thought, distinguished a little bit at tight end, making some plays. It looked like there might have been a coverage bust on a long touchdown he had in 11-on-11. Chase Claypool with a good day. And now Chase Claypool also going against Troy Pride quite a bit. That when you watch that matchup, it kind of harkens back to seeing. You see Will Fuller against Kavari Russell, you know you're looking at two very talented players.
No doubt about it. Troy Pride worked his butt off today in this practice. He was up against it. Finally late in the practice, he pulled himself out, and Tariq Bracy came in. But, you know, like most corners, you have some good plays and some bad plays, but I thought he finished really, really strong. And when people ask, you know, who's going to fill the gap with Julian Love, well, obviously Houston Griffith, who they've made a significant contribution to, turn to here this spring at the boundary corner, but Troy Pride is the leader of that cornerback group.
I thought from watching the offense today that if I were to try to fill out a defensive depth chart, it would be hard because there was a lot of rotation going on. One news offensively, I think they're maybe trying to give Aaron Banks a few reps off at times because he started at left tackle behind Liam Eichenberg, but then in 11-on-11 action, he did move to guard, but he was rotating out quite a bit with Josh Lugg. And, you know, people really want to see Lugg emerge in this situation, but there was some move on the defensive side, too.
Yeah, well, it's interesting to see the developments in linebacker, and that's going to be a topic, I think, right up through August. We saw a little bit of Asmar Bilal at the Mike linebacker paired up with Jordan J. Markeith, and over the course of the entire practice, there was every combination that you could think of. I really like DJ Brown at safety. You know, the more we see Paul Moala, and there's speculation that he might end up moving closer to the line of scrimmage. Moala is definitely better closer to the line of scrimmage. DJ Brown looks like a natural back-end safety there. And you know, the talk of Moala perhaps moving up to a rover, I think, is precipitated by what they've seen from DJ Brown.
We're not burying the lead at quarterback. Ian Book did have a better day than Phil Dracovic, as I think is often the case. He's expected to be more accurate. He was much more accurate, especially when they came down to the 7-on-7 in the blue zone and the red zone. It is clearly QB1 and QB2 at this point at Notre Dame.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the best I've ever seen Phil Dracovic throw the football. I thought he threw the deep ball well. He was mainly accurate on some of the intermediate routes. You know, he's still working on his throwing release. It looks like it's shorter, it's tighter, it's more compact, and a couple times the ball really sailed at the tail end of that, but that's the best I've seen Phil Dracovic throw the football.
I thought tight ends had a good day. This is the best, speaking of the best we've seen someone, this is the best we have seen Brock Wright.
Oh my goodness.
Brock Wright had a wonderful day. So did Cole Kmet, but we've come to expect that from Kmet. And they both kind of gave Moala and Derek Allen, it's not the most fair matchup in 7-on-7, but those two young kids got a workout from the tight ends today.
Well, someone stole Brock Wright's jersey and was wearing it today, and it's a slimmed down version of Brock Wright. And you know, what Chip Long said about his quickness and how much more mobile and how much better foot speed he has, that was on display today.
I thought one takeaway finally from the offensive line was early in practice they were getting a good push in some of those inside and outside zone drills, and I don't know if we expected that really coming in. And I did continue to notice Jacob Lacey, who we've been told good things about on the line, but I thought the offensive line overall held its own today.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think, you know, again, in talking about young players that we haven't always seen full, live, going 100%, Shane Simon, I don't know that we've ever really seen him, you know, certainly playing with the first team and going live. You can see why they like him. I mean, that's a kid that's very active. He looks like he's more confident in what he's doing now. And there's a complete commitment to him at Rover right now as well.
That is it for us from the Goog today. We'll have a pair of practice reports to follow and a podcast on Friday morning at irishillustrated.com.